Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to the start of a brand new weekly vlog. So today is in fact Monday, so I was just driving back from the school run and I thought we are going to vlog today. So I was just looking where I could put you down. Let me pop you here and then I can talk to you this way. I thought I'm going to get the camera out and we're going to start a vlog at the start of the week. And I'm going to make it my mission. I hope when I'm editing this back, I don't end up thinking, you said it again and didn't do it. But my mission is to vlog a little snippet from each day. So we've got a complete weekly vlog. So we will see how it goes. But as you can see, I've got my little sidekick here with me because I don't know if I mentioned or not, but we have broken up. So we are now on our summer holidays and I'm so excited. Clifford, it's okay. Clifford wants to say hi as well, guys. I know, boy, I know. We're home with you. We're all on summer holidays. I know. How do you feel about that? Right, down. Yeah, so we are on our summer holidays now and I'm so excited. You can press play now. I'm so excited, but Ollie is still at school until he breaks up on Tuesday, so tomorrow. So he's the only one. Darcy broke up on Friday, as did I and Penny. So to be fair, I thought I was going to have trouble. I'm going to go in the front room, guys, because you're probably not going to be able to hear me amongst Clifford smashing his tail off of the fridge and the iPad. I thought I was going to have a lot more trouble getting him in to school than I did. He seemed absolutely fine with it. They've brought the majority of their workbooks home. So he's literally going to be just having fun for the next 2 days. He's taking board games in. So yeah, he's not planning on doing, they're not planning on doing any work, I should say, sorry, which is a little bit frustrating because I remember last year his school again broke up on the Monday and Tuesday and Darcy broke up on the Friday. So we went to Turkey. So it meant that Darcy had 2 days off of school, I think, because we went on a Thursday or we may have gone on a Wednesday. So she either had 2 or 3 days off of school, but it meant Ollie had like 4 days off of school because obviously he still had the 2 days and they fully go. We didn't get fined or anything, like touch wood. I've managed to evade a fine because I tend to try and book it where they're only missing like a couple of days. I don't know how I got away with it when we went to Rhodes because that was for 10 nights. So we just didn't get fined. I think maybe because it was the first time it had happened. But anyway, they fully put it down and like, they're like, oh yeah, it's term time, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, you're not doing anything on these last 2 days, especially. Like, come on. Like, so many of the schools in our area have already broken up. And Darcy gets so many more in service days than Ollie. Is actually crazy. But anyway, today, like I said, is Monday. So I've just done a food shop. And whenever I do my hauls, like if it's B&M, Home Bargains, this dog. It's the camera, I swear. Every time I get it out, he's like... Anytime I move it around, he's like... yeah, I always get comments to say, can you do a food shop haul? So I have just been into Aldi. It's not a complete weekly food shop, but I thought I would just share with you some of the things I've picked up and how I plan to use them. So I am just going to like get it out of the bag and pop it on the side because it's easier for me to just go along and show you. And yeah, and I've picked up a few more little stocking fillers or Christmas or birthday presents for Penny. So I thought I would share with you that. And then I've also got an appointment today at midday to have my LVL done on my lashes and another eyebrow tint because can you see how the shape's very good? So she's just going to tidy up under here. There's hardly anything there to be honest. But just a tint again because I went a bit lighter last time. But I think I need to go slightly darker because it lasts a little bit longer because this is literally like 4 weeks and 2 days since I had them laminated. So the tint has not lasted as well as it does when I have the slightly darker tint. So I'm probably going to get her to just go a little bit darker so it'll look a bit crazy for a few days. I didn't do it last time because obviously I just had my hair done and it's a lot blonder than it has been for about a year. So I thought, oh, but I just think it will just last longer. So yeah, we're going to do that. I'm excited to have my eyelashes done because it just literally looks like I'm wearing mascara every day so I can get away with then. I've done my skincare today, but to be fair, I always say this camera is very flattering. Yeah, this camera is very flattering because when I look at it like this, it literally looks as though my skin is airbrushed. But obviously if I come up, you can still see that I've got my like pigmentation. I've got a few old blemishes that I got when it was that time of the month. And yeah, but this camera's very flattering. But yeah, I can just then go about my day, and I don't, not that I care too much about putting makeup on. I would only do it usually if I was heading to work. I pop a bit of concealer on so people actually, so it looks like I've slept. But yeah, we've actually had to clean the pool out. We did have to empty it, which is rather annoying because I did put chlorine in and it just wouldn't rectify. I think the girls had some form of oil on, which isn't the best. So I'm going to probably fill that up at some point today. I'm actually still looking at holidays, guys. I know I said we probably weren't going to go away, but if I can get a really good deal, I think I'm going to book like a really last minute. I was even looking for tomorrow, but Tom's got a couple of jobs he needs to finish, so we won't be doing that. But the crazy thing is, I was actually looking for us obviously all going in one room, but it is surprisingly a lot cheaper if we go in 2 separate rooms, which I don't mind doing. We can have girls and boys. So I might look at that. Otherwise, I might just look at Cornwall again. I just really love Cornwall so much, but I thought I'd bring you along on my day. I'm going to quickly put this washing up away that I did before we left. Then I'll get everything on the side, and then we'll have a little bit of a food shop haul, something a little bit different for my vlogs. Okay, so I've got everything laid out, so I'm going to very quickly run through. I'm just going to start with the bits that I picked up for Little Miss, and I just want to check I've managed to keep the receipt as well. So I spent £35.71. So what we will probably still need to do another shop at some point in the week, like a top-up shop, but this was mainly things that we were completely out of, and more like fruits, veg, that sort of thing, and drinks, because we go through so many drinks in this house. It's actually crazy. And obviously I've got 2 out of 3 kids home, so I just wanted to make sure I've got enough to like for lunches and things like that, because they'll be having things like for breakfast. They'll probably be having what did I do with the eggs actually? I bought eggs and I think I've left them in there. Oh my goodness me, that is so annoying. I bought eggs, guys, and I think I've left them in Aldi. I'll have to go in and ask. I've got the receipt. Yeah, let me start anyway. So just to start with, I did pick up one of these. So these are 99p, and they've got 4 different designs of this. So they've got like a dinosaur one. They also have a princess one, and they have more of like an animal one, and then the mermaid one. So I have got 2 already that she currently has been colouring in. I picked them up for like football game days, but this one I'm actually going to put away to pop in her stocking. It's just great for her age now, and I thought 99p was a really great price. So it's like lots of different pictures like this, and she loves mermaids and things like this, so I know she will absolutely love this. So that is going away in her stocking. And then I also picked up 3 of these. Now we do currently have this one, the 5 minutes piece, but it's one of, I think, Ollie's or Darcy's. So the covers, it's currently out of the cover at the back. So these are RRP for £7.99. They didn't have a price on them in my Aldi, so I picked up these 3. I thought they would be like £2.99, something like that, but they were 99p. So when I go back in, I am going to pick up a new one of that, because she does really love that book. So we now have the whole collection. So again, these are going to go either like for Christmas or her birthday. 1 second, darling. Oh, okay. Just leave it there a minute. So we've got the Mrs. Large in Charge, a piece of cake, and then all in one piece. So I thought they were great for 99p. So these make amazing stocking fillers. So moving on to the food, I've got a pack of limes, because we use this in like fajitas, avocado, that sort of thing, and we needed some more. Some soy sauce. I did get some mozzarella because I'm planning on making some more pizza dough so we can have pizzas one night this week. A cucumber, some tender stem broccoli. The pizza with the apples, so these are the kids ones. They're just a little bit smaller, a bit more easier for the kids to eat. These are normally £1.99. They're currently on offer for £1.19. Penny, I'm just talking. Can you wait, darling? Penny also requested some oranges, and then peppers. Again, these were in the £1.19. So I got some of those. I'm going to make Ollie some of his roasted red pepper pasta sauce because that batches up for a couple of days and he loves that. I got a pack of basmati rice because the kids have really been enjoying having breaded chicken with rice and broccoli, like such a healthy meal, and they absolutely love it. So I did pick up some more of that. Moving over here, so I picked up 2 tins of the chopped tomatoes. Again, this is mainly for if we do curry. Tom likes to make us a curry, mainly just for me and him. And then also for Ollie's pasta, we pop that in the sauce as well and blend it up. Drinks to pop in the fridge. Raspberries, Ollie, I bought a punnet and he ate the whole lot, so I got him some more. Milk, so this is the one we use for our coffees now, guys. I did always used to use oat milk, but it made my skin flare so bad. So we now use the semi-skimmed for our coffees. Almond milk for my smoothie. So I did just get 2 of those because I am completely out. Some little cheese dip with crackers. Little Miss Penny requested those. A big bag of the pasta for Ollie's pasta I'm going to make. And then I got another one of the Greek yogurt. So this is the one I pop in my smoothies, and if I'm using it with my granola or if I'm making my bagels, anything like that. This is so high in protein, guys. So look for the one that says Greek instead of Greek style, because it is, I mean, the other one is fine. This one is just slightly higher in protein. A couple of different bagel options because I get the protein ones that have got seeds in, but the Penny and Darcy don't like those. So I've got those for me. And then I've got normal bagels for the girls. And then I did just get a 2-pack of avocados. They did have 30% off. They are, I think, due out tomorrow on the date. But I'm going to mash those up and get them all smashed ready. If you pop a lot of lime in with it, it won't go brown if you just pop it in a Tupperware tub in the fridge. So I'm going to use those up today, and then I've got lunches sorted for a couple of days. And you're going to crack into those now, are you? Do you want one now? Yeah. So that is my shop, but like I said, the eggs didn't make it home with us. I'm just going to check if I actually paid for them. Yogurt milk sauce. I don't think I even paid for them. No, I didn't pay for them, so I'm going to need to go back in because we've got no eggs. So I'm going to, if I go back in, I'm probably going to get the other version of this, the princess one, to put away, or get another one for her because obviously we are in the holidays now. I'm trying to keep kids occupied. And I'm going to get the other one of the 5 minutes piece. But yeah, that is the haul. So I'm going to pop this away now. I'm actually going to make my smoothie. What do you do with the dippers, Pen? Yeah, I'm going to go and put this away now, make my smoothie. I've also got a load of whitewashing that has finished. So I'm going to peg that on the line because I don't think we're forecast any rain today. So that'll be great. I can get on top of that because I've got quite a lot of whitewashing that I popped in and it's probably a bit too much to go on the error. I think Darcy's going swimming with one of her friends. So she'll be going out probably late morning, and then I am, like I said, getting my eyelashes and my eyebrows done. So we'll do a little before and after of those, and I'll probably speak to you when I get back from having that done, because I've got a little bit of editing to do as well this morning that I would like to get on top of so I can get a video up probably tomorrow. I would have tried to do it today, but it's a cleaning video. It takes a bit longer to edit, so we'll do a little before and after. So this is before. And then you will hopefully see me when it looks like I have eyebrows and lashes and they've got a little bit of colour on them. Ta-da! It's gone really bright now, guys, so it's probably really washing me out. So I did go a little bit darker. I know they look really dark at the moment, but they will fade. I just did it because, like I said, there wasn't as much pigment as this, so it just doesn't last as much. And my eyelashes, so I just love them. So what she suggested is in about 5 weeks I will rebook in for, wow, I look crazy, I will rebook in for lamination on my brows because this today was maintenance. And then she said she can also just pop a little bit of tint on these because she said the curl will still be there, but when the tint runs out, it makes you think that the LVL curl has gone. But just popping a little bit of tint on should revive them and bring them back to life. So we've actually been to get Ollie. So we're at home now. Tom's just popped out to finish a job. Darcy's at swimming. So I'm going to start prepping some tea for the kids. So I'm actually going to batch cook, like I said, some of the roasted red pepper pasta sauce. I don't think we will have that. I think we are either going to have our chickpeas, or I'll probably do that tonight actually. I was thinking of doing, back in the day, way back, pre being vegetarian, we used to love this recipe that Joe Wicks would do, and it was like chicken tikka, like chicken skewers, like you would do them on barbecue or under the grill, but you'd like marinate it in like a tikka paste. So we always use one like that, and you just marinate it with some lemon juice, and then you pop that on a naan bread, and then you serve it with like some salad. So like we would do a little bit of iceberg, cucumber, red onion, and then you'd mix up some Greek yogurt with a bit of mint sauce and pop that as your dressing over the top. Oh my goodness me, it was like the best recipe, and I really miss it. So we actually substitute the chicken for paneer, and just then do everything exactly the same. We marinate the paneer, we do it into little cubes, marinate the paneer in the chicken tikka like spice sauce, and yeah, just cook it exactly the same. I usually do it in the air fryer because it's just easier, and it's just incredible. It tastes amazing. But we haven't had it for probably a couple of months now, because I've been struggling to find paneer in places like Asda, but I know Marks and Spencer sell it, but I don't fancy, because it is currently 4:15. I don't fancy going out of the house again, because we all know I'm a hermit and I love being in my house. So I'm probably going to do chickpeas. I'll text Tom and see, because I bought some more tender stems, so I've got everything I need for that. And then after I drop Ollie to school tomorrow, I can then pop to Marks and Spencer's after, because it'll be absolutely dead. And I'm already out in the car. So yeah, I've been working on my cleaning video, which that will already be on my channel when you're watching this. So I would have linked it at some point, either in the top of the screen or it'll be linked down below. I actually had a great time filming that, and I was being a little bit more mindful of how I just change the angle. So rather than just like setting the tripod up, for example, if I'm in the kitchen, I might just pop it over there, so you get a bird's eye view, which is fine. But instead of leaving it there for like, if I'm over here washing up and cleaning, instead of leaving it there for the whole time, I would do a little bit there, then I'll move it a bit closer so you can see, and then I'll change the angle. So although I'm doing the same job, you're getting a different like view of it. So it looked, in my opinion, it looked a lot better when I was editing it. So I'm going to try and do that. Who's at the door? I think it is Darcy. Hello, Darcy Belle.
Where should she go?
She's been swimming. I don't know, Henry. Hey, Darcy. So yeah, I'm going to try and do that. Sometimes I'm limited on time, but obviously when I did that video, it was on Saturday when we just had Ollie here, so I had so much more time to like think about, like stop cleaning, think about the like camera. So can you give Penny a couple of those, because she's been asking for them. So yeah, Ollie. So yeah, I'm going to try and incorporate that, because obviously now I don't have work for a lot of weeks. I'm going to sit down and actually plan some of my content as well. So I'm going to try and continue with the weekly vlogs. But I'm going to try and not necessarily bombard you with hauls, but I'm going to try and remember to bring you, like when I'm doing my food shop, or when I'm thinking of what meals we're having for the week, because I'm going to try and be really conscious of that now, because because we're going to be out of a routine, as in like I'm not going to be doing the school run, and I'm going to have more time. Although I've got the kids at home, I'm going to have more time. I feel like I can get out of a routine, and then I can kind of like slip, where I'm a bit like, can't bother to cook anything for lunch today, can't bother to cook tea. So I'm going to try and make a conscious effort to plan what we're having and try and get it done early-ish, because Darcy now doesn't have any ballet. She's got 2 lessons in August, I think, at some point, which are more one-to-one lessons. She's doing it with another girl, but they're slightly longer. But like our regular, so like today's Monday, usually we would have 2 separate lessons, like one 4:30 to 5:30 and then one 7 to 7:45. So we're going to have the evenings slightly less chaotic. Ollie will still have his football because Tom will not stop that. But yeah, I'm going to try and be really mindful of what we're having for tea, so I'm not just sat here and been like, what are we having for tea? I can't bother to cook anything. So yeah, I'm going to go and start prepping some of the pasta sauce now. I'm going to double check with Tom that what he wants, if he wants to have chickpeas, and then I will try my best to come on and show you what we're having for tea, because I do, whenever I ask for suggestions of what videos you like to see, I always get a what you eat in a week sort of thing, or just like meal ideas. So I do need to at some point just start a video that will be ongoing over like several days. So I do just need to get in the habit of picking the camera up before I do that. So maybe I could start that today actually and just put that together over a week, but we'll see. We'll see if I forget. My brain, it doesn't take much for my brain to wander. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rubbing on now and cook some tea. Hey everybody, so I am actually going to wrap this vlog up within this clip here. I will explain why. Today's actually Friday, so obviously we didn't do what I said I was going to do in this vlog of picking up the camera and vlogging for each day so that I could see you all and have clippets from each day, because actually after I finished vlogging on Monday and I got the tea ready, so I managed to get everything prepped, I managed to eat my tea. Later that night I then ended up in A&E all night for myself, not one of the children, surprisingly. So I mentioned in one of my other vlogs, I'm just going to sit down a minute guys because my knees on there. So yeah, it's just me and Penny are in here. Ollie's actually out doing the weeding on the grass, bless, out the front, and Darcy's in the garden because it's actually really lovely and sunny today. But yeah, I ended up in A&E for myself because I woke up with the most horrific pain in my left side, but on like my back radiating around the front. I've been dealing with symptoms of a UTI. And I tried to phone the doctors on Friday. I spoke to the receptionist. They wouldn't book me an appointment. They said it had to be referred to a pharmacist, but when I pointed out that the pharmacist would only deal with uncomplicated UTIs, and this is obviously following on from the huge bleed I had and everything else going on, she just wouldn't listen to me. So the pharmacist, that was about 9:15 that I phoned her. The pharmacist, I waited all day in agony. I managed to take myself to work. I honestly struggled for like an hour and a half, just stood there dealing with like pain, and just obviously if you've ever had a UTI you will understand how uncomfortable it is. And then the pharmacist phoned me at 4:30 that day and then told me they couldn't deal with it because it wasn't an uncomplicated because of everything else going on. Also, the pharmacists don't dip the urine, so they don't know if you've got blood in your urine, protein in your urine, nothing. They just ask you questions. At that point, I then decided I just got my head right up my ass, guys, I'll be really honest. Which is, yeah, some could argue is really stupid of me, but when you're that frustrated, when over the past like 10 days I've spoke to doctors and no one wants to help you, I thought it's fine, I'll just try and flush it out myself. Obviously I haven't done that, and I thought, oh my goodness me, it's gone into my kidney. So I was actually really scared that it was a kidney infection.
In our house trying to get underneath.
It's there, oh my goodness. Yeah, I just was feeling sick. I just couldn't stop the pain. The pain relief wouldn't do it. So I ended up on morphine at the hospital. I had a cannula put in. I sat there. I think we got there about midnight, and I didn't get home until about 10:15 the next morning. I'll insert a picture here, but I spent the whole, how long is that? I don't know, 9 hours is it? Midnight, 10. No, 10 hours. I don't know. However long, too many hours, sat in waiting room chairs. So they had, like in the A&E, they obviously have different sections, which obviously to manage patients, because obviously some people are coming in and it is an emergency. So they have like the resus bit, the major bit, and then they have like the x-ray bit for like if you broke your arm, whatever. And then they had an assessment unit with like bays. So the bays were all taken up, and I would say 70% of the bays that were taken up were with, I spoke about this on my Instagram story, and I'm trying to choose my words very carefully, and I actually really feel for the nurses. So there was one doctor on duty, which obviously the doctor is not enough. Like, this is a huge hospital. One doctor is not enough, and the doctor is obviously in resuscitating majors all night, dealing with like people that really need help, like life-threatening. And there was at least there was, I think 7, might be 6 people that were completely drunk, and that live on the streets, and they kept coming out. So they were told to go back into their bays, because I think they'd been brought in. There was a couple that were brought in by police, so there was 5 police people outside of the bays monitoring for like at least 5 hours, like, honestly. And again, I don't know enough about the system, but I know there's got to be a better way of using resource. So the people kept coming out, and obviously I was in a lot of pain, so I wasn't in the mood to be talking to anyone. I was just trying to get through it, but just sat there telling anyone who would listen that they're alcoholics and they're being given drugs. They're on the come down from alcohol, so obviously they're dealing with those symptoms. And yeah, so because the bays were taken up, you probably know where I'm going with this story, so I'm just going to get to the point. I spent the 10 hours in a chair, other than when I went into triage, which was about half an hour, because I had my cannula, etc. put in, and then when the doctor assessed me, I sat on that chair. They're not comfortable, they're just rock hard chairs. So anyway, I came home, so that was on Monday night. That was Tuesday morning. So Tom, in the end, Tom did sit with me. I sent him home about 6 o'clock because Ollie had school that day. It was his last day of year 4, so I didn't get to take him or pick him up for his last day, so I was a little bit upset about that. Penny went with my sister, so luckily my sister was working from home, so she very kindly had Penny for me, so Penny was actually just living her best life. Tom picked me up and then went to work. Darcy was just at home. I think she was sunbathing in the garden, as you do when you're a teenager. And I honestly, because I'd not slept all night, I was obviously still high as a kite on morphine, and I just was drifting in and out of sleep. So they've sent me home with antibiotics to hopefully clear the UTI. So I'm talking to you, and today's Friday. And so what they think it is, it's either a UTI that's gone to the kidneys, it's gone up higher. So I'm on antibiotics that I need to take 4 times a day, so they're quite strong. Or it could be kidney stones, and they think that a stone may have tried to come away and could have potentially gone into one of the tubes. But the only way to know if it's that is to do a CT scan, which the doctor said she's a little bit reluctant to do on Tuesday when I was there, because I was not in a good way. My heart rate was through the roof, my blood pressure was low, because I obviously was feeling very dizzy, faint, nauseous. I was obviously struggling with pain, extremely tired, and she said, I don't really want to pump your body full of radiation, which I did get, and I kind of agreed as well. So we agreed that I would take the antibiotics, and if it didn't get better, within 48 hours to go back. So that was Tuesday. So I gave my 48 hours yesterday, it's still no better. So the weird thing is the pain. I'm uncomfortable all the time, but like now I'm dealing with it well. My back just feels sore, so I have to keep like adjusting. Like it just feels like an ache. But the pain will come in waves, and annoyingly, it seems to be at its worst at night, which is really frustrating. So last night I was up for 2 hours, I was probably really annoying Tom actually, because I'm just flipping over in the bed. I came down to get some paracetamols. I then managed to drift off, but last night at about midnight again, I thought, I'm going to need to go back to A&E, but I was really trying for that not to happen, because I know I'm going to be sat there all night again and I can't put myself through that. So yeah, at this moment in time, I don't know what it is, guys. Where we're going to end up, but I thought I would end the vlog now. So it's obviously not as long as my other vlogs, and I'll start vlogging again, but I just wanted to wrap this up and explain why there's been a gap, essentially. So I won't chew your ear off anymore. I'll obviously keep you posted. Hopefully everything just clears up. I don't think it will, but we can just hope. But yeah, we've got lovely weather today, so I've got out my summer bag. I actually bought this top off of TikTok shop and I actually love it. I might get some of these for winter because I know they do them in long sleeve, but it's so soft. I got it in black as well, and yeah, I really love it. So I've got myself some shorts on. I've just been trying to, not very much, but just trying to get on top of everything. Penny's got a bit of a stomach bug as well, so she's still in her nightie. We've not moved too much from the house. And yeah, I'm hoping this clears up so that next week we can start to enjoy the summer holidays a little bit more. But I just wanted to also say thank you very much for anyone who's watched my last cleaning video. I said at the start of this vlog, it was not that I don't put effort in, because obviously filming does take a lot, but I was really more thoughtful in terms of like putting the clips together, and I made it like over an hour long so that people could just watch that in the background. And I will have a little look, because I know somebody mentioned about the adverts, so I'll have a little look at that, because I think I can juggle adverts around. I do have control on that. YouTube did a change, so if you've ever wondered this in my vlogs, I am monetized on YouTube, so I do make an amount of money, a small amount of money. It isn't enough, it's not like a full-time income or anything, hence why I work as well. It's like my little side pocket money that I make. But when you click on an advert, that is how I make my money on YouTube. I have, fun fact, I've never been paid by a brand deal. I've only, when I've recommended things to you, which I'm very picky about, I will only recommend things that I use and I love. But if I ever tell you something and I leave a link, it's normally a referral link, so I'm not getting paid from it. It's normally you get a discount off of it, and I would get a discount off of future purchases. So I touch wood at the moment, I've never...
Hello.
Yeah, you can say hello. Say hi. You've got a Moana nightie on, haven't you? Yeah, I haven't ever had a paid brand deal yet. Yeah, the way I make my money is essentially by these adverts. So I know they're a little bit annoying sometimes, but just bear in mind that is how a lot of creators, or that is, if somebody is monetized on YouTube, that is how that creator is making their money. So I appreciate you watching those adverts. It really helps support my channel and just allows me to keep making this content. But yeah, don't forget to give the video, as I said on my other clips, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and come and say hello in the comments, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.